Hello, hello. If you can hear me, let me know because I have absolutely no idea, like no clue whatsoever. But hello. I haven't done a solo live stream in so long, so I guess we're back. Also, I feel like I'm a bit like red. How can we fix this? Let me just. Is that better at all? Potential. We're gonna take a while to get used to this. I haven't done this for so long. Is that better? Lighting might be slightly better. I don't know. Let me know. You can hear us. Great, huge. So hello, AC Signon and welcome. It's we've got 10 people. Say hi in the chat. Say hi in the chat. I might use button pressing simulator, as AC Gabe would say, to keep us all going. But we're going to be chatting about the final, obviously, and the running order, that kind of thing. Let me just get comfy. Hello. Yeah, this is such a weird one because I haven't done this. I literally just haven't done it for so long that I've kind of forgotten, like, what you do. I feel like I'm definitely out of the loop a little bit. Let me check using my phone to see if it's definitely working here too. It should be though. If I can see myself, that's probably a good sign. Can I see myself? I don't know. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. I have missed this. Honestly, I have missed this. It's usually so much fun to do a stream every now and again to say hi. But yeah, we're gonna wait for a couple more people to join. Say hi to everyone. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream, share it with your friends or whatever. Just, for some good fun. I'm excited. I'm excited and I feel like so out of it. Because I've only made like 4 videos this year. 4? 5 maybe? 5. So yeah. We're back though. I have my cup of tea. If you need a drink, go make yourself one. I highly recommend, obviously, as a tea enjoyer myself. What we are talking about today, though, I'm going to repeat that, is the grand final, the running order, and we can talk about our shocks from the previous week. I know I've lost a lot of my favourites, so let me know if you have too. But yeah, we'll get into it shortly. I also feel very alone. Usually I'm on screen with like 3 other people. If you haven't been watching Sean ASC's live streams, you should be. I'll be on one tomorrow afternoon with him and a couple of others discussing again the final before the show. Yeah, I feel a little bit alone. I feel kind of like, where are all my friends? But I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to do a little bit of live stream. I have no idea how long this is going to last. Probably as long as you guys want it to last. We will see. I hope Albania wins. Me too, honestly. It's not going to happen, but could you imagine? Could you imagine if Albania did win? I would, honestly, I would go crazy. It would be absolutely insane. What I would like is I would like the chat maybe beside me. Does this work? Let's find out. Can I put this in? It's not working. I'll just look over to here. Should be able to find it. Alikin, hello. Hello everyone. I feel like we need Albania to win. You're so right. I would love to see a future where Albania do win this Eurovision. I'm just not sure if it's likely to happen. Not entirely sure. Okay, we are definitely working. If the audio is weird or anything, let me know. I can turn it up or down. I've got a new mic, so we're using that and we're dealing with that rather than using like my earphone mics. So a little bit different there. Yeah, Cattle Creature, I would love Albania one. I feel like I need to get my hopes down because I know it's not going to happen. There is no way Albania is going to win. But top 10, please. I can see top 10 coming. And I would be very happy about that. Like, so happy. Yeah, we will see. But I think if you'll... Oh, this year's between Switzerland, Sweden and Austria, but you're hoping for Albania. Yeah, you're kind of right. Maybe France as well. France might be in there too. I was, like, blown away by France's performance last night. I was like, whoa, this is good. And I already liked the song, which is a rare occasion for me, as you know, as I'm a bit of a France hater, but... I actually really, really like Luan and Maman. So I could see France being up there too. Yes, what we're going to do is we're going to talk through the running order, mainly. and through that Jude opinion. So the running order should appear like over my face now. Haha, you can probably still hear me, but now the running order is there too. I'll flash it up every now and again to kind of show us where we are, but I'm going to put it on my screen so I can see it too, because I feel like that's kind of important. But I also want to see the chat, so we'll put that on one window and we will put the running order on this window. Does this work? Yes, that looks great. I can see everything just about. Oh, yep, that's yummy on my screen. Yep, I love that. Oh, I see something. You got all your favourites through semis. Lucky for some. Lucky for some. I lost my number 2, Czechia. My number 3, Australia. My number 4, Belgium. So I wasn't so lucky this year. I did predict 10 out of 10 yesterday though, so I'm kind of proud of myself for that. I really feel like that was a strong moment where I just had to suck up the fact that I knew I wasn't getting 2 of my favourites through, and just had to be like, we knew. You like Albania's chorus, but the spoken part, I actually love the spoken part. I think Cola does an excellent job of making it just so intense and different. I think there's such like an up, down, up in the song that really, for me, it's great. Hello, Leo. Hey. So, shall we go to the running order? Let's just put it back on the screen for a second. So obviously Norway is opening the show. I feel like I could have predicted that. That was almost an obvious opener, I think, especially because it wasn't able to open a semi. So I think that was obvious, and I think obviously Norway weren't going to win, weren't going to be top 3, probably won't be top 5. I don't think so, but I think it'll be a lovely opener to the show. I think it's probably one of the best openers we could have had this year. In general, actually, I think it's very welcoming, this is Eurovision, this is what we're doing this year. So I think Kyle's going to absolutely devour the stage. And yeah, top 10, potentially. There is that chance of it being elevated because of its initial position. That is very, very possible. Hello, Marco. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm not sure if it's going to do as well as people think. I also don't think it has done as well as people expect it has in the semi, but so hard to know until we get the results tomorrow night, like actually how well it's done. At all. Yeah, like in 15 to 20, I think I agree with you there. Maybe more than 15, 16, 17, like high right hand side, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But I think it's a really good opener, and will really start the show for the bang. And then we've got Luxembourg in the death spot. Obviously not going to win from here, and wasn't really in contention for winning, but after last night, I was very pleasantly surprised by Luxembourg, because I'm not a fan of the song, really. Like, it's okay, but I don't love it. And actually, last night really sold it to me. The full package, we got it. I think the staging was excellent, and just how Laura performed that was great. Vocals were also excellent. Going second, I feel like it makes, I don't know, does it make sense that it's so early? But I guess they're going to put it somewhere, and it's a good continuous open to the show. We've got Norway, fast, high energy. Then we've got Luxembourg, different but still fast, high energy, reflective in some way. Before we then move into the slightly more Eurovision-y, kitschy Estonia. I don't think Tommy Cash is going to be happy with being third. I don't think he's going to be happy, but I'm kind of glad about it. I'm wondering if it's going to absorb, by coming so early, absorb some televotes. It's very possible that kind of, if this came later on, it would get a lot more, slightly more memorable closer to the end. So interesting that it's been put third, and I wonder if that's gonna, I guess, mean there's more televotes available for some of the later songs in the stacked ending that we've got, because there's a bit of whiplash coming, a bit hallucity water. There's a bit of whiplash on its way. We'll put the running order back up. Boom. So then after Estonia comes Israel, and I guess we're going from three kind of energy and very Eurovision song to a song with excellent vocals. And especially after Estonia, Yuval's vocals are going to stand out with being great. Staging, it's a bit too much, I think, from the sparkly perspective, but obviously it has done very well in the semi. And yeah, Yuval's going to do excellent again. And then Lithuania, a complete turn into dark indie rock. Like, I love this, and I think the fact that Catharsis have got to the final, that's all we needed from them. Like, that's so good for them, and I'm so happy with them for making it there, for getting Lithuania into the final, for getting the language into the final. You know, I'm so proud of them. I would love Lithuania to come top 10. I don't think so, but top 15 could be possible. I'm just not sure because they're so early in the running order. Like, they're a little bit too early, I fear. But I hope they do really well. They deserve to do really well. And there might be a break before them. I'm not sure. No, probably not actually. They'll probably go through at least another couple songs before we get our first break. So, yeah, into the flow of things. I was captivated by the performance last night. Like, genuinely. I was like, I did cry. I cried at the end of Tavoaka's. Like, it was a lot and it was perfectly done. And I absolutely loved it. So happy for Lithuania. The fact that they were the first qualifier announced, I was like, yeah, we've already won. We're one song in. Like, genuinely, yes. Then we get Spain, Esa Diva. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't like this song. Might be one of my least favourite songs in the final. Yeah, I think this is my least favourite song in the final. Whoops. I'm just not. You know, it's very Spanish in a way that I'm not the biggest fan of. I do like the diva, but then melody just kind of disappears in that point. So I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of Spain. Whoops. But I also don't take that back because it's my own opinion and that's okay. I'm unsure. And I don't know if Spain are going to do exceptionally well either. So I feel like they're a little bit buried early on. Let's go to some of the comments. Well, we're 6 songs in. Sissel making top 10. You know what? The fact that Sea Salt got to the final is enough for me as well. Like, I would love her to be top 10, but I don't think so. I think right hand side of the scoreboard, probably near the top, probably near Norway, is accurate and realistic for Sissel, but I absolutely adore that song. Is that my number 2? No, it's now Germany, Albania, and then Denmark as my top 3 that are left in the final, which is crazy and actually insane to think about the fact that my favourites have been knocked out, but here we are. And we move. There's so many entries that could make the top 10 this year. Top 5 are probably more locked. I think you're right. I think we've known the top 5 for a while, and it's kind of fluctuated slightly in the meantime, but I think it's unlikely to change from what the odds are basically saying at this point. You think there might be a break after Israel because of how big the prop is? Potentially. Yeah. I'm just then wondering why they put it 4th and not 5th or 6th. But yeah, you never know what they might be doing or what they might be, I guess, like planning show-wise. We might have had quite a bit before and need a break between songs 4 and 5. That could make sense. Enderboy, you're so happy we got the full beauty blenders in the final and all the Nordics and all the Baltics. Like, the entire, if you think of Europe, the entire, like, top part of Europe qualified, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, the full beauty blender squad, they're so back. They're so here. Love that for them. And seeing them all, like, be excited for each other qualifying was so lovely. Okay, let's running order back up. Up next we have Ukraine. So change of vibe from Spain, very much so. I still don't like the filter, unfortunately. I think it makes it a bit too like, ooh, what is going on? I think I would have just rather it without the filter and let the staging and the song and the vocals and Zeverblatt speak for themselves. I am surprised that this got to the final, and I'll be completely honest about that. I knew it was going to, but I didn't think it was all that strong ultimately. But I'm glad Ukraine are there. Perfect qualification record, which is actually deserved. Very much deserved over time. I wonder, will they make top 10 this year? There's a chance they won't, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay because I would rather Ukraine keep coming back with strong entries again and again rather than feel like they can just merge to a more standard European, I guess, flow. I have loved Ukraine for so many years and still do. This song is still my playlist. I still listen to it, but yeah. Yeah, I wish they kept the old staging. You're so right. I wish they kept the field. I just feel like it's a little bit different. Bottom 5 for Ukraine? I don't think so. I don't think that's possible. I think they'll get enough votes. I think there's enough countries to give them enough votes to get them out of the bottom 5. For sure. Especially they'll get some jury points. I'm sure. Up next though is the UK, and I am both optimistic and pessimistic about this. Optimistic in the sense that our vocals are great. So we could, get some jury points along the way. I'm just a little bit worried about the staging. I felt like, and it's actually exactly the same way I felt about the staging of Milkshake Man. Not the context of the song, just the feel of the stage. Obviously Milkshake Man, we had big prop in the middle, and that was it. The UK, obviously we have the chandelier and then the bed frame, which is one big prop in the middle of the stage. And I think one prop in the middle of the stage like that kind of makes the stage feel massive in comparison. That's my initial thought, and I feel like they could have done more close-up shots to make it seem like it wasn't so small on stage. So I'm worried about that, but I'm not worried about vocals because they were excellent last night, and I'm hopeful that we can at least scrape some jury points. I've seen rumours and odds and betting that we could be top 10. No, but there's a chance of left on side of the scoreboard, but I think it's low. If we get out of the bottom 20, I'll be happy. Yeah. And yes, yes, you're right. Between Ukraine and Austria, that is some heavy lifting for the UK to do. Some extreme sandwiching being done there. But I think the UK will stand out in the sense that it's very different. Just, what's coming next might just swamp it. And when Ukraine wasn't announced and we didn't get Belgium, you thought Ukraine was going to non-qualify for the first time, but everything's fine. I was also thinking the exact same thing. I was like, is this going to be? Is this it? Have we got to the non-qualification for Ukraine point? But no, I did think it was going to be Belgium. I was almost fully convinced. But no, of course it was Ukraine. They're keeping their qualification record. Their very deserved qualification record. For sure. You're afraid UK will be bottom 6? Yeah. Magnus, heavy lifting. There's always a chandelier. Magnus, the chandelier's on the floor. No one's lifting that up. It fell. And I hope that UK does not do the same. Because I will be sad. I think this is, dare I say, our best chance since Sam Ryder to do at least a little bit well. But maybe that's just UK nationalism in me. Okay, next up, let's flash up the running order again. Next up, we have Austria. So, a lot of thoughts on this. I think Austria has lost a chance of winning by being 9th. Now, Lorraine did win from 9th, but I think what's coming next, not next necessarily, but in the rest of the final, is not necessarily beneficial for Austria being remembered to its full capacity. I think that's where I lie on this. I think JJ was excellent, vocals were excellent, but the performance feels very, it's a stage show, it's staged, but it feels very this, then this, then this, then we look here, then we do this action, rather than a bit more free. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think it moves away from some of the emotion in the song. Whenever we'll get on to Sweden, but it's very choreographed, but it fits with the song, that it's a fun, it's a fun bop, and it can be choreographed to perfection because the song doesn't demand freedom. But I think that Wasted Love demands a bit more freedom than is in this very well produced show. Now, that being said, I loved it. I did love the performance. I thought it was great, except for we get to the part where it's as if, the screen is shaking, the boat is shaking, but obviously it's still. There was one shot where the boat was lit. Like the camera, instead of doing all this, the camera was just suddenly still, and the boat was clearly not moving. And I felt it took away some of that magic. I hope maybe that was just a camera error and they fix it for the final. Because I want that, shifting effect the whole way through that part to give you that illusion that it's moving. The EDM part felt off, I agree, and that's because of the audio mixing, where JJ's vocals were quieter than... It was weird, because JJ's vocals were quieter than the track until that point where obviously his mic cuts off, and that part was quieter because it's in the backing track part, when it should have been much louder, as if it was a continuation. And I also would have loved JJ to open his mouth in that point, so it looks as if, at least looks as if he's singing. That being said, though, it was good. And I also think that the audio mixing has been off for every song. So some songs that does well for. We'll come on to one song that bad audio mixing does very well for. Very well for. But yeah. I think with better mixing, Austria could do better. And maybe the juries will notice that and look past that. But that's for, I guess, right now when the jury show's happening, which is crazy. Crazy. Like almost half of the points are being decided as we speak. Terrifying. I think Austria was overrated in the first place. I guess I get it, but also I did feel the same way that I felt when I was watching the music video for Switzerland last year, watching Austria's music video this year. And I actually think that Austria's stage show was better than Switzerland's it was last year. But it was the song, it was Nemo and their song that I guess not were better, but maybe it was more of a complete package and narrative. Austria's song is a tool for the voice, staging a tool for Sergio to show off, but it feels constructed. That's exactly it. It feels constructed. Now, thematically they work together, as in the song, the music video, and the staging, but you're right, it feels very constructed, built up to be like a winning song with a winning staging, but it's maybe too forced, which is so disappointing because I actually would love an Austria win. I think if there was a song that has a chance of winning that I would love to win, it is Austria, but I think that it might not. Austria will be second or fourth. And why not third? We'll get there later, but actually no, I'll probably forget. France is a song that sounds like it's going to come third in Eurovision. Full stop. I said what I said. Third is reserved for France. But yes, next up after Austria, we have, let's put this back up. We have Iceland. Vibe reference, hello. I absolutely love those boys. Like, Vibe are so fun. Their social media presence is immaculate. Their song is okay, but they carry the energy, and this is very good for the bad audio mixing. I think the fact that the backing tracks have been so loud gives them a chance for their vocals not to be perfect, because honestly, the magic of the song comes from the track with the tuned vocals. Their energy brings it to live on stage, but obviously the vocals have to be sacrificed a little bit to get the biggest, energy. Boom, boom, boom. I think, you know what? They got to the final. I'm so glad they did, and I'm excited to see this finish between 15th and 20th. that is, honestly, where we're at. I wish they'd do better. I wish they could do better than, 10th or 14th, but I kind of, unfortunately, doubt that a little bit. Or not 10th, 14th. I'd rather them do better than, 15th, but I don't know. It's hard to know. It gives K-pop vibes? K-pop vibes. I don't know. I think it's very Icelandic. They're working with Ingi Bauer, who is very, very famous in Iceland for music. I've listened to his songs a reasonable amount as well. Like, just they've come across my Spotify, and I was like, yeah, they've got a good team behind them, and I think that's great. Everyone will watch the Two Boats and be like, oh, let's row with Iceland instead. Imagine, yeah, we do have Two Boat songs in a row. That is crazy. I actually didn't see that thematic trend. Huh. We've got Dark Boat, and then we've got Happy Boat. Which one will people resonate with more? You think Iceland's going to do better than expected? I could see that. I hope they do, because you know what? They deserve it. Halfdan and Matthias deserve a really good spot. But so do a lot of songs. So do a lot of songs in this final. And I think the stagings have really actually made me grow to love more and more of the songs and appreciate this year more than I did previously. Like, whenever I was like, this year is really weak. It's still a weak year song-wise, but I think it's a good show, good stage show, really, for the final. Next up, let's put this back up. We have Latvia coming up next. This was a visual masterpiece, and I suspect there might be a break either before or after Latvia to give them time to put up the curtains. I knew this was going to be good, because as soon as we saw their Supernova performance, it screamed art piece, and it's been elevated so much on the Eurovision stage. Obviously, they did well in Supernova to even get that out there. But this, whoa. The entire performance, the tails, the freeze frame effect, the coming together, moving apart, moving through the curtains, every single part of that song was art. All of it. The vocals were excellent. This should do well. Should do well. It may be buried, but it should do really well. And I hope it does. It deserves to do well, honestly. Deserves to do so well. Oh, comments are rolling in. The money shot with the lassies and the tails was amazing. You don't like the song, but that got stuck in the mind. Magnus, you're right. It was very, very whoa. It was so not suspected, apart from the fact that I had seen it before because I'd watched other people's live streams talking about it. But it was whew, they're doing a lot, and they're doing it well. Very impressed. Yeah, you're glad it's in the final, but you can't see them getting higher than 16th. I think you're probably right. I can see that. But the fact that it's there, I think, is what's important, because more language representation, more cultural representation is what we need. And unfortunately, we only have kind of Northern and Western Europe for that. We don't have a lot of Southern Europe, really, or even Eastern Europe, really. We do have Southern Europe. We just don't have Southeastern Europe to kind of, bring it all together. So I'm happy that Latvia are there because of the impact they can have in the future. Okay, up next is Netherlands. This song, why is it fourth in the odds? Can someone tell me? Honestly, I don't get the hype. Sorry. I don't get the hype from the Netherlands. It's a good song. That's the T. It's a good song with a good stage performance, but fourth? I've just never seen this as such a strong contender. And it was good live, but that good? Fourth good? I don't know. Cloud is an excellent artist. So talented, vocally super. It just doesn't, for me, it doesn't scream top 5. Top 10, but not top 5. There's more songs, especially the next song, that I think is more worthy of top 5. And let's just go to the next song, shall we? Finland. Erika Wikman, Ich komme. This, I don't want to repeat what I've heard other people say, but also it was the highlight of last night's show. It was Erika's concert and we were all just watching it. We're Erika's world and we're all just living in it. That was excellent. Insane. I was shocked and not surprised, but woed entirely by Erika. The fact that she is the only person on that stage that's being shown by camera. I know she's a couple of backing vocals, which is good, needed just to boost it and give it that full potential. But also the backing vocals give Erica the full potential to shine fully by herself in front of the camera, because it works so well. The visuals, the faces, all of the camera angles. I think Finland should be higher in the odds. It should be, well, it doesn't matter about the odds. I think Finland could be top 5. I think Finland should be top 5. I think Erika Wikman deserves to be top 5. And if she's not, it'll definitely be top 10, because that was insane. Obviously, they have fixed the microphone, because if you didn't see, it did explode. The pyro it did work, but not the way it was intended. It basically exploded, and Erica did flinch. Live last night. It's actually in the voting recap. Like there was a definite like, oh, what just happened? But like she continued like a pro. They fixed that though, supposedly. So I'm hoping that tomorrow night it goes as planned. And also in the jury show right now, it goes as planned, because Erica needs to do well. Because that, honestly, she made it to Eurovision and she's decided she's going to do the most and do it really well. So, Finland. Then we move on to Italy. I can take or leave this song. Honestly, I get it. Obviously, we've got the vocals. Oh, is Finland top 5 in the odds? They weren't last time I checked. Hold up. Are Finland top 5 in the odds now? They're good. I'm glad they are. Because they should always have been. Finland are now 5. Great. I'm happy about that. Whenever I last checked the odds now, that was probably like late last night, early this morning. Finland was number 6. So that's what I was going off. But I am so glad that Erica's number 5, because she deserves 4th or 3rd or 2nd or 1st. But I think if we're being realistic, 4th or 5th. Yeah, Italy. Let me just flash up that running order again so you can all see it, because I know I would forget it in about 30 seconds if I didn't look at it constantly. Italy, it's a good performance. It's a good stage show. It's just not for me, honestly. The extremely long grand piano was a bit like, okay, it's nice, but I just wasn't fully engaged by it. Again, it's not my kind of song. I don't love it. So yeah, but I can also see it getting a lot of jury votes. I can see it getting a lot of votes from the UK. Actually, it's a very UK friendly song. So it will do well. Probably left hand side of the scoreboard pretty easily, actually. Oh, Magnus, you're not a fan. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about Italy. But then next up is Poland. Justina, age 52, doing the absolute most, and you know what? We're all here for it. I'm not actually the biggest fan of the song, but the stage show is everything. It literally is everything. She's doing everything. Blown away by the fact that that's physically possible. Poland is going to do well. Will it be top 10? Hard to know. But it should be left-hand side of the scoreboard. Surely it'll be left-hand side of the scoreboard. If not, I'll be kind of surprised. But Justina, I mean, no one is shocked that Poland is that good. And then we move to Germany. Let's just put this back up for a second. Yeah, Germany is next. Ich bat Löcher in die Nacht. This has come alive, honestly. Now, I've been on the Ballet train from day one. From the day that was announced as being in the German selection, I was like, yep, this is my song. This is my winner. I'm obsessed with Aberantine. Their entire album, Bitterzeus, which they actually released a deluxe version of it today, is art. It's excellent. And this song is no different. And obviously, it's not a song that is a live song. It is an album song. And it's a club banger. But the fact that they've translated it and it works on the Eurovision stage is so impressive. And you know what? We have to give it to them. We have to give it to Germany for trying something different, trying something new. And Germany's not going to come last, which is great. If Germany come last, I'll be very sad. And I will definitely cry. But I think Abba and Tina deserve a little bit of at least televote fun because it's really good. It's really good. And I'm so proud of Tina for at least, improving her voice to the level that it is, especially with having laryngitis for like the last month. She's doing a great job. Abor, we love Abor. Hearts for Abor. Excellent. Abor is like the cutest person ever. And I love his role as the the cello ninja. Insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, Poland is great. But I love Germany. Do not worry, there's a bit of an overuse of the backing track. Other countries are using it. That's the thing. That's the thing. I think it needs to be done. The one thing I have a slight issue with, right? Obviously, the word is ich balla. So they're repeating that la syllable to get ich balla la la la. But on the track, it sounds more like ich ba da 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 da. And I feel like it would be slightly easier to sing and slightly easier to get that effect if she sang ich ba da 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 Löcher in den Nacht rather than ich ba la 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 la, because it kind of removes the effect. I don't know, that's just my opinion. But I think it kind of just works. I also think that the overuse of backing track is also the audio issue again, where the vocals are way lower than they should be compared to the track. And if that's fixed, I'll be very happy, because I want to hear the artist sing. I don't just want to hear their backing track. Do you think the UK will be on the right hand side of the scoreboard again, or 0 points? You know what? If we get out of the bottom 5, I'll be happy. Or bottom 6, I guess. 20th or above. It's hard to know. Surely we'll get some jury points. Surely we'll get some jury points. The vocals are excellent. After Germany, keeping in the theme of the letter G, is Greece. Greece, I am so happy that Greece qualified. I think Claudia was excellent. I don't really like the stage performance of it, but the song is beautiful. Claudia's vocals were beautiful, and it got through in a very deserving way. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I think it's gonna be very beneficial in the final here. There might be a break between Germany and Greece in order to get the boombox off and get the kind of rock and peer on. So it might be a nice refreshing restart. It should do well with juries, but I don't see it getting very many televote points, unfortunately. I feel like it'll probably be top of the right hand side of the scoreboard. That's where I can envision Greece ending up. Songs like it just haven't even qualified in the past with juries, so it's hard to know, but that's where I kind of predict. Okay, back to Germany. Ballern means to shoot. Yeah, I know. So that wouldn't really work, I know, but that is what it sounds like on the actual studio version. It does not sound like ich balala, it sounds like ich ba da 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 da. That's what it sounds like. So if they were replicating that, then it would work, and it's easier to sing than bala. There's so much tongue movement in bala la la la. But I guess maybe they want that word to come out, so it makes more sense. You don't understand why they styled her as in Claudia like that. She looks as if she's at least 35. You know what? If it's a practical reason, like it's easier to sing with your hair in a ponytail because there's less hair to worry about, then fair enough. You know what? She looks great, and she sings like an angel. So, Привет, Alexei. Привет. We have spoken about Ukraine, but you can go back and check that if you would like. The dress could be different. Yes, you're so right, Katarina. The outfit change, the costume change, as well as Category Creature. The outfit change, it's like you get 2 seconds of it. Literally 2 seconds of outfit change. And it worked. The way they've done it is such a good transition to the outfit change, but then you barely see it. I agree. It should be done earlier on. Even if before the do. The outfit change might have been messy with her hair out. Agreed. Very difficult to do. Anyway, so with whatever method they're using for that, yeah, it's probably easier the way it is. but I think she's great. Then we have Armenia. I am slightly shocked that Park has made it, but not disappointed. This may not be the strongest song Armenia has sent, but the staging has elevated it massively. Massively. Like, I saw Park last night and I wrote down qualifier because it was that good and it looked that good on camera. So, well done, Armenia. I'm still not the biggest fan of the song. It's still very Imagine Dragons core, and I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of music, but it's Park, it's Armenia. I'm still an Armenia stan through and through, so Jan Hayastan, Estiron do Hayastan, you know, I love Armenia and will continue to, and I'm glad they've made it. I was worried slightly that they were going to non-qualify, but yeah, the treadmill worked really well. You're so right, Katarina. Like, it was great. It worked really well. It was like a mixture between Benjamin and Grosso, dance, dance, dance you off, and Robin Bankston, is that his name? Both of, yeah, all of the treadmill artists in the past. It was like a mixture between them, but done very differently, so that the only thing that's the same is the fact that they used the treadmill, and I think that was good, so that like you can't be like, there's the same staging. No, I think it was good and unique in that way. Alec and lol, yeah, you're so right. Yeah. The dirt on Park though, like, it works so well for the song, but I'm like, is that not uncomfortable? Like, is it not uncomfortable? And it's probably just makeup, but like, it looks like it would. I would be like, nah, I need to like go have a shower immediately. But yeah, you're so right. Then we move. Let's get this running order back up. Then we move to Switzerland. Biggest shock, actually, for me was the fact that Switzerland's staging is stunning, beautiful, and doesn't make use of the stage that Switzerland are using for their contest this year. I honestly think that this could do much better than expected. I think it's so impactful, especially after Armenia. The switch up, the cool down is excellent. Excellent. The fact that it's all done in one shot, it's completing what Zari tried to do last year for Greece, but in Sati, where they almost succeeded with their one camera shot. This does it perfectly, I think, and not more effectively, just very effectively. With, yeah, beautiful. Whenever you pan around and it's all the lights, amazing. The in and out of focus to the hands and the face, stunning. The faire voyage section, whoa, insane, beautiful. I love that song so much more after seeing that stage performance now. It was just perfect. Then we have Malta. Mariana Kont. Whew. That was a performance. They, I think, threw more at that than Poland did. Yeah, Keaton, the whiplash between voyage and serving is going to be crazy. You're going from the slowest, most peaceful, beautiful song to, boom, I've got a secret you should know. A lot. And I can't say I'm a huge fan of the entire staging. A lot of it is good. A lot of the elements are good. I just don't think I like every element of that staging. I think some of it is a bit pushing the line, and it's hard because I absolutely adore this song. I think it probably became about 8th in the semi yesterday. I don't know if it's going to get a lot of televote points. It's hard. Malta usually does not do well, but if they've qualified, then maybe they will. It's just so hard to know. But also, I think the vocals were much better last night than I've heard previously. It sounded so good in comparison to what we've heard before. Yes, Alekin, yes, indeed. It was very pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable on TV, I guess. And if the word "cunt" singing in Maltese was not acceptable, yeah, Malta was definitely 10th. I could agree with you. I'm wondering if it was a scrape through, or was it more of a comfortable in the semi, less comfortable in the final. We will see tomorrow night, or I guess Sunday morning, when the split results come out, because that'll be a moment. That'll be a chaotic time. But yeah, they definitely could have been 10th last night. But I think you know what? I'm just glad that Malta have got to the final, because since the juries have been removed, obviously Malta have not done well in the semis. So I'm so glad that they are now in the final. And Malta just haven't done well in the semis recently, very much anyway. So I'm glad that finally Malta have got an entry through. Hopefully can power them and charge them to continue sending quality songs, I guess, quality artists to compete in the semi and qualify from there. It's going to be hard for them, but you know what? Mariela's done it. Then we have Portugal, another shock actually, to be, in the final in the first place, but actually I had the exact same feeling watching Napu live than when Black Mamba performed Love Is On My Side live. Exactly the same feeling of, this works perfectly. Portugal know, they don't always know how to stage something, but they knew how to stage this. And when Portugal get it right, they get it right. We saw that last year with Yolanda. We saw it with Maru. And we saw it with Black Mamba. It was so beautiful. Like, it was almost like a whoa moment. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of the song. So, I think it's going to stand out. I think it's going to get a vote. There's definitely an audience for it. Unfortunately, that audience is just not quite me. But I think it's going to do well. And better than we expect. I think that's the thing about Portugal. They do better than you expect. Every time. And you know what? Good for them. They deserve it. Good for them. And then we have Sea Salt, number 22. Let's put this running order back on the screen. Sea Salt, Denmark, Sissal in 22. Oh, no, I can't get rid of it. There we go. You know what? This is so much fun. I am so happy for Denmark that they've broken their non-qualification streak. First time since 2019 that they're in the final. And this is the song we get. Yup. This is the artist we get. Yup. I love Sissal. I love Hallucination. A great song. I think she was so correct whenever Sissal said in the national selection she was giving nothing, and now she is giving something. And she gave enough to get through. And I think, the staging has been very well done, to the point where it actually got through. I'm wondering if this could be 10th, though, in last night's semi. That's a possibility as well. Malta's probably more likely, I guess. Or Latvia to be the 10th. It could be close, actually. It could be very close. Double 0 points for the UK. I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. After Denmark then is Sweden. Kai Barabarabastu. You know what? It's fun. It's very Eurovision in the sense that this is what locals expect. And I think it's likely to win. Very likely to win. I would like it not to win because it's been so obvious. But I feel like I say that every year where I'm like, oh, it's so obviously going to win. I don't want it to win now. Yeah, we could be going back to Sweden very easily next year. And yeah, they've elevated the staging from Melody Festival, and it's very likely to win. Oh, someone is driving. Yeah, this was excellent. Like, really. Hold on. There is no room for a car to move. Oh, my car's moving. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed with Sweden. I think, yeah, it's probably gonna win. And I won't be mad about it. Then we have France, though. This is beautiful. Like, so beautiful. I am in awe. Literally in awe. Stunned. It was so beautiful. Like, the sand, the whole metaphor of time, so beautiful that yeah, this is gonna come third. It's gonna come third. That's like my solid prediction for France. Third. And it's gonna come third, and I'm gonna be very happy about it. I would love if France won, actually, but I just don't quite think it's possible this year. But this going to do very well with juries and will connect with the public a lot as well. And I think because she shows that like sand clock at the start, it just instantly, you're like, okay, this is about time. And I think it's so beautiful. I almost cried watching it. Genuinely almost cried because it was so outstandingly gorgeous. So yeah, you didn't get France before last night, but they're tears in your eyes. Exactly. From first picks, you thought cat litter and you're still thinking it. I mean, I get it, but I don't agree. I think, yeah, it is an interesting one because the sand, which is actually cork, does not look like sand. But yeah, but no, I think this is gorgeous, and I would love it to do very, very well. Then we have San Marino. Let's put up the running order one final time. San Marino. I'm so shocked this is here. First DJ song we've had in the final. This is a great song for like Europe and European, like, let's come together type. I just don't like it. I don't like the song. I've never clicked with the song. And it irks me so much that I know that bro is not singing. He is not the one that's singing. It is, the backing vocalist on stage with the masks on to almost obscure who they are, and they're the one that's doing the work. Obviously, he arranged the song, so like, yes, it's his song, but he's not doing any of the singing, which makes me a little bit sad. It's gonna do okay. I mean, San Marino, ultimately, Italy is going to give it a good number of points. That's probably it. So yeah, it's just interesting that it's 25th. Like, very interesting. It's the What a Man Without a Remote song for semi one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Anyway, without further ado, I don't like San Marino, if you can tell. Albania closing. Albania are in such a good chance of getting good position. Like, honestly, closing the grand final, Albania. Yes, this is the future we imagine. This is the future that I can love. Top 10 result incoming for Albania. What position did Sus get for Albania? Albania in Eurovision Sus. Let me see. Albania in Eurovision Sus. What position did they come? 5th. Okay. Oh, 5th? That's crazy. Can Skura Electronica get higher than 5th? I think so. I think they honestly deserve it. I would love to see Skura Electronica in 5th or 4th or 3rd or 2nd or 1st. I honestly would love them to win, but was Albania's going to be top 5? Yeah. Was Sus 6th? I thought it was 5th. But you know what? This is art. Excellent. Linguistically, love that it's fully in Albanian. Excellent. Beatrice and Kola, love them. Their chemistry on stage is so unique and it works so well that it just makes me excited. We're not going to win with Albania, but it's going to do very well, and I hope it does extremely well. It should do really well. Like, I get so excited thinking about it. Watching that stage performance from the semi, it was so good. And yeah, contender for top 10, contender for top 5 potentially. I really hope so, and I think there's enough voter power behind it. I hope there's enough voter power behind it, and I hope people get it. But I'm so happy that Albania is closing. What a closer! What a grand final! Medibas is my top 5. Germany is my number 1 and has been from day 1. In this semi, or not in the semi, in this final, now that a lot of my favourites have been knocked out, number 2 is Albania. Number 3 is Denmark. Number 4 is... This is hard, actually. Finland. And number 5 is... Austria? Or France? or Lithuania. We'll put a bunch of them together for my number 5. A bunch of them together because I am so conflicted about what songs to put in my top 5. We'll bunch them all together because yeah, I love them all a lot, like a lot. What about your top 5? Just let me know. Maybe even your top 3s. Probably easy to comment your top 3s. Let me see what you're all thinking. And also, do we think Sweden's going to win? Because I'm pretty convinced. I'll be slightly annoyed at how predictable it is, but I think Sweden will be like 4th with the juries, 1st with the public. That kind of idea. It's kind of what I'm envisioning for them. They're definitely a public winner, which in the past meant they haven't won, but I think the vocals are good enough that this will, yeah. You think you liked me better before top 5? Whoa. What's your top 5 then? How old am I? I'm 22. I'm in my Sarah McTurnan era. Ireland, 2019? Now I'm a 22. I see 22. Oh, when at... Sorry, I'll probably get copyrighted for that. If anyone remembers that song, that's such a throwback. I think it came last in its semi. Austria win. The vocal does deserve it, but I don't know. Magnus, your favourite? Sweden, Albania, Germany. I mean, hold on. We're pretty close. 2 of your top 3 are in my top 3, actually. Number 1 and number 2. So, they're pretty close. Ukraine, Poland. Yeah, fair enough. Sweden, Netherlands, Malta. Also fair enough. And Malta's up there for me, but I think after the staging, it's gone down a little bit in my overall. Ukraine, Poland, Germany. I'm so happy to see Germany getting love. I think it's about time. And if Stefan Raab has anything to do with it, then Germany could do better than we expect. Stefan Raab has never had a song that he's been behind come out of the top 10. Now, Balor is not going to be top 10, but I think it's going to be better. Maybe your top 5: Finland, Austria, Poland, Malta, Switzerland. Yeah. I think we have a stronger final than we've actually let ourselves realise, if that makes sense. It's a lot harder to predict kind of the middle and actually the bottom. I couldn't definitively tell you which songs are going to be bottom 6. There's like ideas: Austria, Malta, and Luxembourg. There are ideas for what songs could be the bottom 6, but like nothing definitive. Anything can happen, which is, I guess, what makes it more exciting. We kind of have our winners locked in, but I think that is what makes it more exciting. The fact that, we just don't quite know. I think that, though, I'm going to wrap up this stream. It's been fun chatting with you. It's been fun coming back to live stream. There will be a results reaction tomorrow night. The long video of reacting to the entire thing. It's gonna be a big one. I'll probably be up on Sunday morning. It'll take ages to upload, I'm sure. But I'm not editing it. It's just going straight up. So I'm excited for that. Very excited for that. Obviously very excited for the show. But tomorrow I will be on live stream on ASC Sean's channel. So go subscribe to him. Come join at, I think it's 3 p.m. European time, 2 p.m. UK time. So that'll be really fun. Make sure you don't miss that. We'll be talking through grand final. I'm sure Sean has a lot more interesting talking points to go through. And there's a lot of us who will be arguing about our favourite songs. You don't want to miss it. It'll be really good fun. So yes, join tomorrow. I'll probably share on my channel anyway. So you'll know. But yeah, that is, I guess, all the time we have for today. If you did like this stream, also my camera is like lagging like crazy. My camera's lagging like crazy, that's weird. But if you did like the stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you're here and you're not subscribed, hit that button. Hit it. I'm waiting. Hit it. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.